then jump to the rhythm as hard as you can go. Turn it up, y'all. Peak flow. Are you ready? Set, jump to the...
Coach, I got to tell you, we envy you right now in that nice dry studio as we are at soggy and windy Gillette Stadium here in Foxborough, Mass. All the success in New England over the last few decades, and this crowd has never been more enthusiastic. A moment ago, the Pats emerged from their locker room. They are set as they'll square off with the Dallas Cowboys. This is fielded a couple yards deep. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line.
Let's go!
Right set, ready!
March front four. Let's put them on the buses. Let's put that team on the bus.
49, check 49, check 49. Alert! Alert!
Brady now on first down. And this is going to be intercepted. It's the Pro Bowler Byron Jones. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. Edelman, the intended receiver that time. I'm not sure exactly what they had planned for play number one from scrimmage, but I can guarantee it wasn't that interception.
No doubt about that one, because in their daydream, this was going to be a dream play to get things started. Instead, it turned into a nightmare for them.
A pretty good-looking run there on first down. That'll go for 9 yards, just short of the line to gain. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and a yard. At the 20.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. From the shotgun, a give to Elliott. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
Yeah, let's get sack lunch.
Prescott on 3rd and 2. And this is caught. It's Cooper. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Looking back to Cooper's numbers from last year after that trade, he ended up playing 9 games with the Cowboys in 2018. 725 yards, 6 scores. Also had the 100-yard game in the playoffs against the Rams. And if you add up the numbers between the two teams last year, he was over 1,000 for the 3rd time in 4 NFL seasons.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game. So what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have...
And this is going to be intercepted. Devin McCourty picks it off. So a pretty shaky start here for both sides.
Yeah, each quarterback's throwing a ball to the other team. Do you think on both sidelines they're sitting them down and saying, okay, remember, this is the color jersey we're wearing. They're wearing the other color. Let's make sure we get it to our guys, please.
They'll run with a former Super Bowl hero. It's James White. And he's way down into Dallas territory inside the Cowboy 15. A big play there for New England. 66 yards. So from their own 20 all the way to the red zone now. A chance to capitalize on 1st and 10.
Watch his flat. Watch his flat. Check 50. Check 50.
Go Bandit! Sugar, sugar!
Brady. And he's got it. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Patriot touchdown. Benjamin Watson, his first touchdown on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. A good hold in these wet conditions. The point after is up and good, and that makes the score 7-0. Gostkowski now after the touchdown. He'll send this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Cowboys take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division. Looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number one goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number two goal is win your division. Number three goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for everyone possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round. But now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Brandon, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion. To throw again on second down. Prescott. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for third.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir. Able to turn that into a positive gain. Third and short yardage. Prescott. And he'll have his man. That's Cooper. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots' 34-yard line. So Amari Cooper out of Northwestern High School in Miami making a nice play there.
And it's so funny that when I was going through the draft process when he came out of Alabama and was inquiring about him and his skills, they say it all began back in Miami. He really became a pro receiver at a young age because of his attention to detail and precision. But don't forget his athletic ability. That's what made that catch there.
And he did spend 1 year with Teddy Bridgewater as his quarterback there, so that helped back in high school. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Someone's looking fresh, and this O-line is definitely licking their chops. Everyone likes to run block. If you're an offensive lineman, nice early burst, nice gain, too.
Here we go. 4-8. Hey, kill. 47. Hey, kill. 47. 26.
From the 27, Prescott. Got his man there, complete to Gallup. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7.
Here we go.
That one a gain of 20 and a first down. Now Elliott. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott with touchdown number 8 on the year as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Extra point up and good by Crosby, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. New England with a first down as they begin the drive. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left. We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, A 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. There's a ball thrown right side and complete. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
I've got to make sure that I don't take Tom Brady's greatness for granted, that we make it routine. How about that throw right there? Another great completion.
And you know one area where he honed his throwing? He was a catcher in high school. He was actually drafted by the Expos in 1995 in the 18th round.
Wow, that would have been something to see him behind the dish.
Think he gunned down a few guys?
Gunned down a few guys trying to steal second. That would have been fun to watch.
With the score tied,
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down.
Check it back.
On 2nd down, they'll run with White. Takes to midfield, but no further. Just a yard there. 5 yards on first down, but now just a 1-yard pickup there on 2nd.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
Complete to Dorsett. And he has the first down yardage before they bring him down right at the 45. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains.
Ready? And shoot, sir.
Quit talking about it.
Get it.
They'll run the option right here on first down. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49.
Wait, 20.
Strip the ball. Strip that ball.
72. Hey, Alpha. Hey, second.
Throwing on 2nd and 14. Brady. And that going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you go make a play on the football.
On 3rd and long, it's Brady. And this is going to be intercepted. It's the Pro Bowler Byron Jones. Really nice pick there for the reigning NFC Defensive Player of the Week. And a good story on that. He said he didn't even know he won the award. His buddy had to call him. He saw it on television and said, hey, congratulations. How about that?
And I'll bet you his buddy said, well, since you didn't know, I'll just go ahead and claim the award, right? And everything that goes along with it. But the reason he won the award the previous week and what we just saw there, instincts, understanding where the play is going and being able to make a play on the football.
Dante Hightower on the stop.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half, maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time. For Zeke, what a first 3 years he's had in the NFL. Last year, his 2nd rushing title, 1,434 yards. Not as many as 1,631 that he had as a rookie, but still his yards per game average was the best in the National Football League. An extra corner comes on now for the Patriots D on 3rd down. Now Prescott. Flushed out, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Kyle Van Noy in there to get him. Sack number 14 for him on the year. So on 4th down, here's Chris Jones to punt it away. Back deep, J.J. Nelson. And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. That's pulled in at the 32. 51 yards on the punt there. And the Patriots take over. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And 2 picks thrown here in this first half alone. We'll see how that affects it.
Can't wait to see where his confidence is because the great ones, they'll throw 4 or 5 picks, and while it'll hurt their team, it won't hurt their confidence. They'll think something was just wrong with the ball or the wind or something was funny. It's never about them. That's how they stay so into the moment and into the game.
On 2nd and 2, Brady. And he finds Howard complete. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
First and 10 at the 45-yard line.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. First down, here's White.
You ain't doing nothing today.
It's a pickup of 3, and we have now arrived at the 2-minute warning.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
We get slap happy up here sometimes. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 32-yard line.
Good route, good pickup for first down yardage, and that is a tough one to cover, the angle route, because a running back getting out of the backfield, if you're trying to cover that, especially if you're in the linebacker spot and you're seeing this play develop, he heads out towards the flat first, and that often gets you to overcommit running in that direction. Then he cuts back up inside you into the middle of the field. That's what we just saw there for a nice pickup.
A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. Brady gives this to White. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts, as he'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime.
Oh, you got D? Kill. Watch this.
Protein spill. Hey, 66.
They go right back to White here on first down. And they'll get him down right around the 16. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime.
At the 16-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Hey, we got to get this stop here, D. 25.
Jacket, reload.
Now a carry for White. And he's able to get most of what he needed on the carry there. 7 yards on the gain, and it's 3rd and 2 now.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing him further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
They'll run with White, and he'll take it into the end zone for a Patriot touchdown. James White, his 6th touchdown of the season, and the Patriots have taken the lead.
And that touchdown gives them a touchdown lead before they attempt the extra point. What a great way to end the half.
Yeah, great job to put themselves in front, and now see on the sideline, special teams defense scrambling, saying we want to preserve this for the final moments of this second quarter. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Inside of a minute left in the half. Does the fact that you're down on the scoreboard influence what you do, or I guess don't do on this final drive?
It certainly does, but what influences me even more is who I've got running my football team out on the field and the weapons around him. Can he make a play? Can he get into someone that we're going to trust to take care of the ball? If that's the case, I might push it a little bit here and try and get something before the half runs out.
Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. And they're able to get this one across the 35. The Cowboys going to use their second timeout now, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. So after a good run by Zeke, another 1st and 10.
Watch the pass.
Prescott from the gun. And he hits Jason Witten, the tight end. And I think the ball's out, but this will fortunately wind up out of bounds.
I don't know about you, but I could hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. If the ball goes over the sideline, able to retain possession, no turnover. I know his coaches are screaming, just hang on to the ball, man.
Prescott on 1st down. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. It actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
Throwing again. Prescott on 2nd and 10. And that is incomplete. Down to 15 seconds now. Oh, Amari Cooper couldn't pull it in there. And that'll make it 3rd down.
And 10 yards to go.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
Right there, 54. Mike's 54.
And again, it's Prescott. And he can't come up with a pick. Nearly his 2nd of the game. Instead, 4th down. On now is Mason Crosby, who's hit from as far as 58 in his career. And this will be spotted on the other side of the field. It's a 61-yard attempt.
Wait, 20!
Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54. All day, baby. All day. Safe.
Now a 1st down carry. It's Michelle. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the 2nd half. This is fielded at the goal line. And a good return. He's across the 35-yard line, right around the 36. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the 2nd half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. On 2nd down and 4. Prescott escaping the pressure right. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Kyle Van Noy, what a season he continues to have. His 15th sack of the campaign. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. Cooper's got it. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A pickup of 27. And they pick up the 1st down in the process. So into Pat's territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 36. They'll go with Pollard here on 1st down. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
On second and a couple. Prescott. Flush to his right. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's third down.
Different pass rushes are designed for different things. Sometimes you want to keep the quarterback in the pocket. Sometimes you want him to flush. I don't know exactly how this one was designed, but they made sure they moved him to his right. He got out of the pocket. Unfortunately for him, he was hit as he tried to throw the ball, and that resulted in an incompletion.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2.
Let's get this, get this.
We go 47. We go going to 54. Right here.
54. Mike, there we go.
Go, get out there, get out there. 54, Mike. Check 26.
Out of the gun. Here's Prescott. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. Kyle Van Noy, he continues to wreak havoc in the offensive backfield. Sack number 16 on the year. And this is off target to the left. Didn't get there anyway. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. Down here in the third quarter, obviously that's one they could have used.
Yeah, and one of my favorite special teams coaches in the NFL told me what separates the kickers in the NFL versus the ones who are not, it's not the misses. It's the second miss in a row. Best kickers in the league, they don't miss 2 in a row. He's got to get his head back together in case he gets another shot.
This will be a 2-yard loss on the play, and that'll make it 2nd and 12.
Let's get it.
Wait, that. Wait, 20.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. Switch.
Mike, 20 hit.
Here's Brady to throw. Dorsett making the catch. And they'll work this down to the... ...40-yard line, tackled there.
Gain of 17 yards. That's good for the Patriots. First down.
Wait, that. 20.
40-yard line.
He can't hang. He's not going to get me. Kill.
Check it.
Hey, look, 3.
Pilot, 64. Weak.
On first down, it's White. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. DeMarcus Lawrence in on the tackle. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, and that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold him to no gain.
That's a gain of 3.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
They'll need to get it to the 30 for a first. This is third down.
Giving him nothing to do.
Slam.
Alpha. Hey, orbit.
Check right. Watch it, Watch the curl. Check nickel.
Ozzy.
On third down, a run from White. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. They'll run on first down. Michel, and he's in. Touchdown, Patriots. Sony Michel hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Patriots, they add on to their lead. Gostkowski with the extra point, and it's now 21-7. Gostkowski now, after the touchdown, he'll send this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, well, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. The Cowboys' all-time receptions leader, Jason Witten, the intended target. Third down here.
50. 58, right there. Squeeze, double.
Here's Prescott. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete.
Well, we're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. Dak and the offense still out there. They are going to go for it.
And let's pin the mirrors back and go.
On fourth, they do snap it to Prescott. He's got his target. It's Cobb. 14 yards, good for a Cowboy first down.
A gain of 14. And a Cowboy first down.
Back now in Foxborough. It's the Cowboys in possession of the football, but they trail here as we begin the fourth quarter of play. Last year, Dak Prescott had 3 fourth-quarter comebacks, and he's in search of another one right now. Prescott looks to throw on first. Looking for Cooper, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jason McCourty, and he'll return this ball across midfield to the 47-yard line. Cooper was the target there.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games, and now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Patriot first down.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
Going on the ground, it's White. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. On second down, Michelle. And he stopped after a gain of 1, not enough. Still a yard to go on third down.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
They'll try to pick this up on the ground with White. And they'll get this down to the 10.
I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower, that front seven, reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing, slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
Hey, goal 66. Hey, goal 66.
On first and 10, here's Brady. He'll get this to Devlin, his fullback. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. Nice gain of 8 that time, but it's 2nd and goal.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect him to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
And they will run it with Michel. And he is in. Touchdown, New England. Sony Michel, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Patriots, they add on to their lead. And he certainly played a pivotal role with those 2 TDs and why they're up on the scoreboard right now.
Well, someone's all about winning, aren't they? Because he's not worried about the number. Sure, it's great to have 2 touchdowns. But the bottom line is what he's doing is contributing to their lead. He wants to continue to do so.
That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive? And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Devin McCourty picks it off. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
On first down, Michel. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. Well, there's no shortage of great young runners in the NFL, but don't forget about that guy, Sony Michel. First-round pick in 2018. Almost hit 1,000 yards as a rookie, 931 to be exact, to go along with 6 scores for the former Georgia Bulldog. And here comes throw number 1 for the backup QB. And he's got Edelman for the first time. That's complete. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. New England on 3rd down. They've been near perfect, 4 for 5 to this point. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. They will run with White out of the shotgun. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain that time, and they're going to be left looking up at a 4th and 1. Gostkowski now for the Pats field goal try. From the right hash, this from 44 yards out. And the 13-year man puts it through, and that will extend the lead out to 24. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Now, last time wasn't pretty. 1 play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
On the RPO, Prescott's going to keep it himself. A quick throw here out to Cobb. And he will lose yardage on the play, back at his own 19-yard line. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They face a 3rd down now as they try to find a late score. Eluding the pressure right, and he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up 4th down. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And goodness, that means this next drive is going to begin 1st and goal already at the 5-yard line. Breaking the huddle, 1st and goal as the return team has set him up with And give him another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues. So another score there. Often you talk about the 3 phases of the game: defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game. And privately, the head coach will add a 4th phase. That's the coaching. And he'll tell the ownership that as he tries to negotiate a new contract off of this win.
They are looking strong here in the 4th quarter. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And an Alec Tavon Austin. He's going to go. 30. The 20. And somewhat of a measure of revenge as he's in for the touchdown. But they still trail big time.
He'll take it, but he won't be able to smile about it. That was a special return. And it happened because he's a special returner. He has to have that approval from his special teams coach's head coach to bring it out of the end zone.
But let's be honest, a lot of times when they bring it out of the end zone like he did there, they don't have approval. I mean, I think a lot of times they do, but correct me if I'm wrong. Sometimes it's just a guy getting a feel, right?
You're exactly right. What's the old adage? Sometimes you just have to know when to break the rules. And if you do, you're taking on some responsibility. But he was happy to do so there.
New England with a first down as they begin the drive. And a few kneel downs should come very close to finishing this one off, depending on whether or not we see any defensive timeouts. They still have 2, but using them would just be prolonging what's really already been decided. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. That one good for 13 and a New England first down. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Brady going to look to throw. Dorsett's got it. Give him 15 yards on that one, and New England has a first down. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. He can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
Check 24, check 24.
They go play action for White. Now it's Brady. And Brady going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Jeff Heath. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
Good starting position for the Cowboys here as they come up 1st and 10 on their side of midfield at the 47. To throw is Prescott. He's going to let it fly. And he couldn't hang on. Would have been their 4th pick of the game. Instead, 2nd down.
Incomplete. Coverage on the play by Patrick Chung.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10.
And here we go. Watch the pass. Watch the pass.
Go.
Here's Prescott. Flushed out right. And now he's going to use his legs. He's got a first down and then some inside the 40. Nowhere to go downfield, but he's able to get out of bounds and stop the clock here with a first down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. One last shot now for Prescott. And he's going to keep it here. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Jonathan Jones. And that will write a finish to this ball game. Of course, they had the option, and they choose to not take the penalty.
They like the results of the play that they just ran, and they elect to let them